Hey guys, welcome to etc. 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 I'm Bert Lupia,
I'm Rosar Mage.
And I'm Metalk.
and today we stand upon the earth in reverence to the king.
Yeah,
All
sure, King.
hail the king.
Mine looks fine.
All hail the
Nowhere
king.
Perfect segue into what we are doing. Rose, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Welcome.
Oh, okay. Welcome.
Good,
sure.
yes, thank you. Where are we?
Bienvenue dans le nouvel épisode de We Talk with Metalk.
Yeah, we should do at
That
the
was
end.
good.
We
That
should
was
go.
good.
We should go. We talk with me talk. Then everyone do like a little kid. Yay!
Yay.
Let's try it. Ready?
Yay.
Say. We talk with me talk.
We Talk with Metalk.
Yay! That's super creepy. That was pretty
Let's
creepy.
try harmonizing. Okay, ready?
Alright, ready.
We Talk with Metalk.
Yay!
Always a major chord. That's so lame.
If we had another
Anyway,
person, we could have put like the fourth.
Oh my
in
gosh.
there, maybe a flat 5.
maybe.
I just assumed I had to go higher, so you guys know.
Okay.
Anyway,
then-
that was a pretty good segue because this does look like the intro to Centaurworld. We're not talking about-
specifically talking
we're not
about
we're not
Centaurworld.
talking about Centaurworld. We're just talking about shows that we're watching.
Yeah. And obviously that's the one I'm watching.
Because this is the second We Talk we've done this year. And we're just getting back into it. Let's talk about some shows while we play some Mario Kart.
Indeed. Mario Kart and shows. Am I the leader?
Yeah, let's
I
go.
am. 150. Does someone have a show in mind? Bananas.
To start?
Yes.
Well, I guess Centaurworld, because that's what we started with.
We can
Right,
talk
we
about
can talk about
Centaurworld.
Centaurworld.
Everyone has seen all of Centaurworld, right?
I'm pretty sure I've seen all of it.
Obviously, spoilers for this whole we talk. Because,
Yes.
yeah.
We'll be full of spoilers.
Because it's a racing game.
Yeah.
Let me try. I'm gonna move my laptop. Okay, I'm gonna try a different vehicle.
Vehicle?
Yeah, let me try car. Where's my? I use the ship one. What is it called?
Yeah.
Anyway, I made everyone watch Centaurworld because I heard about Centaurworld because I follow or I watch this YouTuber called Colleen Ballinger, who is in that show.
Oh, that's right. You kept saying that, but I kept forgetting.
Yeah,
She's-
because you guys don't know
She's
who that
the-
is.
She's the bird tar.
Yeah, she's the bird tar that tweets
Crandy.
everything. Yeah.
Oh, that Crandy.
That's so funny. Isn't that season 2?
Yeah, she's in the second season.
Okay. I actually enjoyed second season a lot more than the first season. It has more story.
And so on her YouTube channel, she was, I think after the first season released, she was telling everybody that she was in it. Not that she was in the episodes or whatever, but she was going to be in the show.
Right.
But I didn't watch it until they released everything, so 'cause I don't
Nice.
like to wait.
I do the same thing. I wait. So, you know.
Oh my gosh.
That way you
So-
can binge.
What about Centaurworld?
Okay.
What's the most interesting first? What's the most interesting thing that you would talk about in there?
I like the music.
Rose
is-
likes the music.
It is a musical cartoon, which is very cool.
Ugh. Banana, you got
Subjectively
me.
cool.
No, objectively cool.
Objectively cool. What is your favorite song, Rose?
Oh, don't ask me that.
What is the
There's
one you
so
sing the
many
most,
that are good.
Rose?
To be honest, the one I sing the most is probably Writer's Lullaby. But the one I listen to the most is Breathe in a Bag. Breathe in a Bag.
Dang it, I'm not doing so hard. What's going on?
I'm awesome. That's what.
I think this controller is different than the other controller.
That's very
You
possible.
said that last time. Were you using a different car?
No, I'm using the exact same card that we
Well, I'm
finished
using a
off
different
with.
car. I'm using a car instead of a motorcycle.
So many bananas.
So many coins.
There's Bananas would be the death of me.
When we talk about cartoons,
No.
probably video games too, I do tend to try to know something about voice actors in there.
Okay.
So we know that Colleen Ballinger is in there,
Right.
and she's a YouTuber mainly. Is that correct?
Yes.
We know that Flula is in there.
Oh, Flula's in there. That's right. I forgot about
Flula
Flula.
plays Comfortable Doug.
Comfortable.
Comfortable Doug. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Don't do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Flula also used to be a YouTuber.
Oh, you
know.
did? I've never seen. I've only seen him in Pitch Perfect.
Oh my gosh, these
Pitch Perfect
bananas will be the death of me.
2. I don't think I've seen the third Pitch Perfect.
But Flula used to make
Singing?
I
Did
don't
he
think
sing
he did singing videos. I think he might have done a couple music making videos, or I can't remember. The ones that I remember that he used to make videos about German, because he's from Germany. So I remember he'd sit in a tent and he'd do funny German skits.
Oh,
Huh.
cool.
But I know he used to make like funny music. I think like he had like a little synthesizer. I think, and he'd make music with that. There are so many bananas.
So many bananas. I'm dying
Do you,
so
do you know
bad.
his last name?
Borg.
I'm looking it up on my phone.
So many bananas.
And
Oh, because you're done already? Oh, I feel
So
so
done.
bad.
I did really bad.
I was last place.
I did very bad.
Bananas are the bane of my existence.
That sounds funny to me, but I think that's grammatically correct. I did very badly. Is that right? That's right.
I think so.
Okay. Because normally I think people will say I did very bad, which is wrong, actually.
I think you are correct.
What? Really? Is this the guy from How I Met Your Mother?
Who?
He might have been. I don't know.
Josh Radnor?
Oh.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
who you're talking about.
What is
I was
his
like,
name?
Flula
Pretty
might have
sure.
been in there, I guess.
Wait, why? Is he in Centaur?
He's freaking Derpleton.
What? No way!
Who is it? I don't know who that is.
He's
the main guy in How I Met Your Mother?
Oh.
The guy who plays Ted?
Got it.
I never would have guessed that. I never would have guessed that.
Derpleton is my favorite character.
He's pretty good.
My
I do like him
ranking,
the most when he has Stabby.
That is kind of
Oh, dang, I
fun to
always
try and
forget
do
about-
ranking
I always do
of the
Stabby.
herd.
Yeah. Oh,
My
yeah.
ranking of the herd is it goes Derpleton, Glendale, and then Ched. And you can put everyone else whatever you want.
Let's see. Let me think.
Top 3.
You didn't even have horse in there.
Yeah?
I don't think horse is in my top 3 either.
I love horse.
Horse is
Horse
pretty
would be my
great,
next
don't get
topic
me
to talk
wrong.
about, though.
I love horse, but she is not.
Well, you know what I mean? Like,
She is not my
horse is
top-
great, but she's not my top 3.
either. I don't think.
So who's your top 3?
That's Burns' top 3. Burns' top 3 is Derpleton, Glendale, then Ched.
Wait. Can we just let's just go through the herd real quick and just name
Who
name
they
them
are.
and and like what they're about and stuff.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So
Why?
Of course, the first one must be horse.
horse.
Wama
'cause
Wink.
horse is the main character.
No,
Wama
I
Wink's
thought-
second.
I also think of her more of an outsider because when I rank them, I start from the beginning of the show.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
Okay,
So,
I was
like first impression.
okay.
And then she's not part of the herd at the beginning.
Right.
Not that-
Okay, so Wama Wink.
Wamawink would be next. Wamawink is like the leader, and she's like the mom type.
But wants to be in control.
Yeah.
Mom type.
She got that
But she's so
So
nice.
far away.
she got that dependency thing.
Yes, she does.
So many bananas.
Let's see who else.
So awesome.
Glendale.
Wamawink, then Glendale, then Derpleton. Oh, sorry, Glendale is
Portal tummy and stealing things.
What is what is
Yeah,
that
she's
word?
like a kleptomaniac.
She's a kleptomaniac.
Oh my gosh, so many banana peels.
It's
What
so
is this?
Awesome, I like this.
It is kind of.
Hi.
Derpleton is a giraffe.
A giraffe.
Giraffe tar.
That's
I would call
her-
it giraffe tar.
that's
but I don't
correct.
know.
A giraffe.
Giraffe.
But
He's
he
a
is
centaur who is a giraffe.
not the smartest thing in the bunch.
He's wholesome and good.
Yes, he is. He's adorable.
And now we know is also Josh Radnor.
Apparently. Zulius?
Oh, and then
Julius is glamorous.
Yes, he's a Zebrator, I think.
Yes, he is.
I don't know if they actually call them those things. Do you think they actually call them those things? I don't remember.
I don't think they say
I mean,
it.
yeah, I
ever.
don't think
He's
they
a
ever say it.
zebra. Okay, that's Julius.
Oh, Jesus,
And
Orf.
then
Ched?
And then Ched.
Ched is a bird tar.
A bird tar.
We know that is a thing, a bird tar.
Because there are
Yeah.
many bird tars.
But he's a pretty small bird tar too.
He is.
Like a little chickadee kind of thing. But he's super tough and handsome. So,
Handsome face for 8 seconds.
yeah, that handsome face just makes him more handsome.
Does it?
I don't think it makes him more handsome.
His chiseled jaw and
Just makes him more
beautiful
chiseled.
eyes.
I forget. There's this streamer that he reminds me of. I don't really watch this streamer, but I hear about him from other people who watch him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's this kind of muscle guy, and he just plays games and yells all the time. I can't
Huh.
think of what his name is.
I don't know.
And
But
then
if I find out what his name is, I'll put a picture right here.
Okay, moving on.
Did no one said Glendale? No,
No,
we did.
we
did,
Glendale.
'cause she has a-
Were we missing one more? Oh, that was everybody. Never mind.
Yeah, that was all of them.
Anyways,
Okay, so Burn.
what's your top
What's
three?
your
My
rank?
top 3 was Durpleton,
Mhm.
Glendale, Ched.
Okay.
Rose.
I think Glendale, Wamawink, Durpleton.
Okay. I think mine would be Zulius first.
He's pretty good too. I think he'd be 4th for me.
I want to say Durpleton and then Wamawink.
Nobody. Wait.
No one picked horse.
Well, that's fine. We'll just call this, in case anyone is bothered by it. This is the OG herd. Pre-horse herd.
Well, I mean, just because they're
Darn.
ranked like that doesn't mean I don't like all of them.
I don't like Wamawink.
Aw,
Just kidding.
Are you a bird tour?
must be, because Wamowink's the worst according to them.
Anyways, back to the voice actors.
Okay.
So we just learned about Durpleton, and we know that just from reading the credits, you should know that Glendale is also like the creator of the show.
Yeah,
Her name's Megan, right? Is that wrong?
that sounds right. There's a Megan in her name or something, right?
Yeah, I think her name's like Megan something. I think her last name is Dong.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Hold on. I'm trying to look up things, and also race.
No, you can't. You have to focus on the race. Get your head in the game. Zac Efron. Get your.
Head in the game?
I do
No!
know. I knew this just by you eventually you do like learn people's voices when you hear them in many shows.
For sure.
True.
So I knew who Horse was when the first time I heard Horse. It's like the very first scene. I was like, oh, that's Kimiko
Oh,
Glenn.
gosh.
Because before we watched Centaurworld, we had just finished watching Dogs in Space.
And she was in Dogs in
Space.
Dogs in
Yeah,
Space?
she's like the technical
Oh, gosh.
officer in that one.
Oh, I
Is
just
that her
lapped
role?
somebody.
Right.
For reals?
Yeah, I
That's
lapped
pretty great.
Baby Peach.
Oh, I'm right
Yeah,
behind
baby.
Baby Peach too.
Baby Peach.
So Kimiko Glenn is in a bunch of things. I think she was in the Carmen San
no.
Diego.
I really like that name.
Kimiko Glenn.
Kimiko Glenn.
I'm trying to dodge the bananas and it's making me so slow.
Maybe banana. You might dodge that banana.
Oh yeah, I almost lapped this Luigi. Il y a beaucoup de bananes, bro.
You know, is there an option to make the
The comms harder.
no to add more laps?
Oh, I don't
You
know.
funny,
Maybe.
I looked up Centaurworld cast, and the order they put it in is Colleen Ballinger first, then Kimiko Glenn, then Megan Nicole Dong, who is the person who plays Glendale.
That's right. Cool.
Then Flula.
Maybe it's
I actually
in
really enjoy the music.
Oh no, because Flula's last name. I was gonna say in alphabetical last name.
Yeah, it's not. Anyways, yeah, I knew who Kimiko Glenn was already, and we
What else is she in? Do I know her from like an anime or something?
Dogs in Space. I said already. Carmen Sandiego. She played Paper Star.
Because I thought that she was Kairi in Digimon. That's who she sounded like to me.
Yeah, that's what I used to think. That's why I had to look her up the first time I heard her name before, because it sounded like her. Hold on, I'll look up some more stuff. I'll do the next one.
Is this
After
the last
final race.
Oh, she was in the new My Little Ponies movie that came out on
Oh,
Netflix.
okay.
that.
Interesting.
I think she was in that one. I did watch that movie too.
I walked.
I'm
in and
looking at
out
the
of
wrong
room
screen.
as you were watching. Yeah, you are. Like I was in and out of the room when you were watching that, so I didn't watch the whole thing. But I
It
have
was funny.
some
It's like watching the
fragments.
Trolls movie. But
I mean,
they're
it seemed interesting.
ponies.
I just never got around
Ponies?
to watching it.
Yeah, it was just a quick.
To be honest, all the new pony stuff is fun, but
Yeah, that movie is
it's got
as
its own
if
flavor.
No,
you were in the future of that last My Little Pony stuff. So they all don't get along anymore. So all of the
Really?
different kind of ponies are separated.
Sad.
Are there
So
many
it's-
kinds of
The
ponies?
friendship is magic is
Yeah,
broken.
you know, there's a regular pony, then there's a unicorn pony, and then there's like the flying
Pegasus,
Pegasus
yeah.
pony.
I don't know, I've
those
never
kind of ponies.
seen this. I've seen
My
a
Little
little bit of
Ponies
it.
just has slightly different kinds.
Bro,
of
you've never, bro, you've never seen My Little Pony.
I'm not a brony.
Brony,
That's why he said bro.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
Jumbroni! Jeez!
Banana, no! You betrayed me, Banana.
Betrayed
Banana
me.
yay. I don't know why that's what I was thinking. Oh, holy banana yay.
Banana, yay.
Oh,
That'll
no.
segue until when I talk about that
Oh,
stuff
that's
later.
funny.
Anyways, does anyone else have anything else to say about Centaurworld?
Centaurworld.
The music kind of makes me think of like Rebecca Sugar, Steven Universe,
Steven Universe
style.
We can talk about that later.
Anyway,
'cause we're
yeah.
not currently watching.
Ooh, we're
that.
about to lap this, brah.
But we did watch that other
Browser.
YouTuber. What YouTuber? The YouTuber.
What about
What's the
him?
guy who
What
he
are you
makes
talking
the videos about music theory? Charles.
Oh, Charles Cornell?
Cornell. He had a video about the music for
Really?
Steven Universe.
Huh.
But then I was telling him.
Anyway,
I was
moving
telling.
on.
You were telling Chris Cornell something?
Oh,
I
ow.
was telling Me Talk because when we were watching that video, because he specializes in jazz and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So he picked the songs that fit that fit his style. He didn't talk about like the other things that they have.
Interesting.
So he did darn, I can't even think of the songs that he did.
Anyway,
Never mind. Anyways.
Yeah. Anything? Last thoughts on Centaurworld? Burnt.
last
Last
thoughts.
thoughts on Centaurworld.
Yeah, I finished already.
Okay. Good enough.
Rose?
Enjoyable.
Okay. I just like to.
Let me get my
We didn't
speech.
really talk about like what happens in
No, not at all.
That's fine.
So no
That's good.
spoilers.
No
so it doesn't
spoilers.
really-
We're fine.
But there is something called the Nowhere King. So enjoy that.
Okay.
I did very much enjoy the creepy song that they play for the Nowhere
Oh,
King.
I guess that is the last thought. You guys asked me what my favorite song from it was. What about you guys?
I don't really know them all by heart.
Or do you
so
have one that you would think of first?
I would probably think of the lullaby.
Like Writer's Lullaby or like
That's
Nowhere
the
Creek,
first
creepy
song
one?
that I knew because I think we recorded that song
We did.
before I watched that show.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
we did.
So we did that for Christmas. We recorded music and like gave it to people.
Wait. Can you look up real quick who
Oh
the
my
sunfish is? The
Sunfish
sunfish.
It's
Mariah?
I know who that is. It's that one. I knew what his name is. I saw
Once
it
upon a time
too.
we
He's dang it. It's Jamie Cullum.
Oh right.
It's
I
Jamie
was like,
Cullum,
oh my
sorry,
god,
I'm looking for
I
it.
hadn't heard the name Jamie Cullum in
There
so
he is.
long.
The picture he has on Google is not a good picture.
Oh man,
He
I gotta
looks
find
like
out what he.
not good.
I used to listen to some of his songs all the time. I don't know
Okay.
if does anybody know who Jamie Cullum is?
Yeah, he was one of those like very sensuous male singers. It's
I
always
feel like
it's
he was
always,
a very,
wooing
like,
women.
Jazz inspired pop singer.
Yeah.
He reminded me of
Or
a more
Do it.
a more jazz leaning
I was
John
gonna-
Mayer.
Oh yeah, John Mayer. Yeah.
Yeah, start
Who
that
who
race.
learns us that
Who
you know
learns us?
those bodies are like they're wonderlands.
And be good to your daughters. Do you
Be
know
good to your
why? Do you know why
daughters.
you need to be good to your daughters?
I don't really know,
Okay.
except that that's the right thing to do.
Because daughters, everybody, daughters, and I'll have you fill it in. So you guys, daughters.
What?
Be good.
All right.
that-
Thanks, guys. You guys filled it in.
Become
Great.
mothers.
What? I don't know the song.
Did you know that, Rose?
Yeah. Become
Okay.
Mothers.
I'm just checking. Wait, are you just saying that as a fact or as a song?
No, it's from the song. Oh my gosh, it's from the
So
song.
both then. Correct. Double correct.
I'm just checking. I was checking.
Double
Okay.
correct in many cases.
Okay, we're on a
Wow.
we're on a new circuit now. So new topic. Not new topic.
Show, new show.
New show.
Me talk to you of a show. I have a show for sure.
Okay, you go ahead.
Oh no,
I
was
do
wondering-
have stuff.
Okay, you go first.
Someone say something.
You go first.
Okay. Me and my friends have been watching Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
So much Attack on Titan.
No.
I never watched it because it looked a little creepy.
It is creepy.
is
I
pretty
hate it so much.
Not
It's got
super
a
into
pretty
creepy
good
stuff.
story.
I heard it's
fine.
amazing for the story, but at the same time, I'm not sure if the creepiness what level is worth it for
What?
me.
Wait, I do
I'm
like
having
something
trouble.
from Attack on Titan, but it's not from.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's someone made like an
What are you
abridged.
saying?
That I do.
dubbing.
Oh
Oh,
gosh,
okay.
that's so many bombs.
So it's I
Bombs?
like
Are we
that.
bombs on only?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I got stuck on a piranha plant tube. Pipe, whatever.
I forgot to check my wheel.
So I do like that abridged
Whoa.
version of it, which is still fine because you actually get the story from it. They're just putting jokes in the middle of it. too.
I feel like they've only abridged like the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's just like a few episodes, or that's as far as I know. I didn't watch everything.
Man, I'm not doing too well. This is a really hard map.
It's curvy.
Yeah, my favorite part for the abridged stuff is ding ding.
What
Yeah.
is that?
It's Armin. Is that his name?
Yeah, there's an
Armin.
Armin.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like refilling the tanks with gas.
Okay.
He's like in the first episode.
Okay, I know that.
He's like, ah! He's like complaining about something like in this high pitched voice. But like whenever you see him like putting the attachments together, he goes ding ding.
Oh.
Ah, I can't believe I have to put all the gas in this tank. Ding ding.
That sounds- That's pretty good. That sounds just like the abridged Armin.
Now I'm
the
just thinking of
ding
when
ding
he
is so
gets like
funny.
when he gets eaten. He's like, ah! So that's the only thing I like about Attack on Titan. Is
That's the only part of the abridgment thing I remember because I don't know the story. So like none of the story sticks in my mind from the
what is the
abridged
name
one.
of the guy who's like kind of snooty and he wants to be?
Oh,
in
his
the
name's
military?
John?
John. I'm John.
Man.
I'm John. I want to join the military police.
Me and my friend, we both say that we hated Jean to begin with. I think that's just how his character is meant to be. Is like you hate him in the beginning, but then he's like the most reliable person, and you're like, oh, Jean can do no wrong.
That's the saying.
No, that's what I think about Jean.
It's entertaining.
Who is in first? Why is he so?
I'm already done.
Piranha planted. No.
I was doing really bad too. I didn't make any of these turns. There's so
I
many.
didn't even realize I
turns.
wasn't in first.
Oh no!
Just going
No!
along,
I
having
was
fun.
third. No.
Ding, ding.
Oh, no.
Not cool. Not
Look
cool.
out, Bomb.
I like
throw
lost
it in front of you.
I lost it at the very end.
Oh, are we
The
past
race
first round?
ended because you were too far behind.
Oh no. Did
And
it
yet
say
I was
that?
fifth. Yes.
Man, these bombs must be like very helpful.
But how crazy is that? How can it be like you're too far behind, we're ending the thing, but you're fifth?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
Means
I
you
do
guys were
this.
just too far ahead.
Rose, do you know anything about Attack on Titan?
The Titans look like naked, creepy people.
But
But you don't really know anything about the story or anything like
And
that.
everyone dies.
just so you know,
Character names.
none of the Titans have wieners. They don't have any. They don't have any genitals.
Did you zoom in and check?
You don't need to. What do you mean? Zoom in and check. They're gigantic.
Yeah, they might have some weird tiny micro winky.
Microwave.
Micro. You zoom in, it's like a little papilla on his crotch.
A papilla.
Like, yeah, it's a
Anyway.
giant
Okay,
titan,
anyway.
but like he produces the same amount of sperm as like a normal man.
No. Titans cannot reproduce.
I don't know.
But all I know is that everyone dies.
What?
Like, apparently, whenever you think there's a main character, they're not the main character.
Oh,
they're
I
about
thought
to
you
die.
meant literally.
Oh no,
everybody
there's a
died.
singular main character, and he is not dead.
Really? Because everyone's like, oh, I thought this person was main, but they're dead.
Is he Mikasa?
Because it's also not the main character.
I'm not doing well on this one. I keep falling off.
I mean, it's a Rainbow Road. I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
it's meant for us to be like, this sucks.
Oh my
The
gosh.
whole time.
That's
I
the
couldn't
sign
even
of
make
Rainbow
like
Road.
the normal jump with the normal. Yeah.
Parachuting jump.
Yeah. Couldn't even do it.
Use
Oh
your,
my
you have to use your
gosh,
brakes. Use your brakes, guys.
What speed are we on? 150, right?
Yeah. You can still use your brakes. Come on.
I don't know how to use brake. I don't know what
I
it's
know.
on.
I'm
Sounds
trying
like
to
real
use them.
real life, huh?
What?
It sounds like real life.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know how to use my brakes.
I don't even know what the
I don't know
button
what
is.
what's a turn
Oh,
signal.
oh. I
Hold
jumped
on.
off the
There.
Rainbow Road
There,
and I
use my
thought I was
brakes.
going to be done, but I just jumped onto a different portion of it.
Did you have something to talk about for Attack on Titan 2? Like
Me?
some other like thing. Yeah.
I
We
know.
don't really know much about it, so it's all you. but-
Okay, I'll just give you. So they're on the last season. That's basically. That's all you need to know.
That's all I need to
Wow,
know.
no
How many
spoilers.
seasons are there?
Gosh.
I'm pretty sure I
Um,
watched all of the first season.
This
at
is the
least.
second half of the fourth season, I think.
Sounds like a fancy hotel.
Alright,
Screwed myself up.
this is so bad.
And then
Just
my friend keeps saying that she hopes it ends with a movie.
With the movie.
Good. Was
I
that?
guess
was
that's
that
it,
That's
sorry.
all about Attack on Titan.
Okay. Ah, I'm off. Okay.
Since you guys don't know much.
Yeah. I know Aaron.
Sorry.
I know Mikasa. I know Armin.
I know none
I
of
know
them.
when the mom dies. That's a funny part of the abridged version. No, it's not funny. It's kind of mean, but when they show the scene when the mother dies,
Yeah.
at the very beginning, she's just like,
Oh shoot! I don't know what's going. I think I'm holding the controller weird. You know how when you use, well, you guys don't know.
the motion control.
Yeah, when you use the motion controls, you have to
You-
keep the
You have to-
controller
yeah, you have to keep it
straight
in one
or
place,
whatever.
one position if you want to go straight.
Anytime I boost at all, I fall off.
Hooray! Good job, ship car.
So I threw a bomb into space.
There's nobody up here with me.
That's how I felt in the last race.
The show that I've been watching is Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Generation.
The Next Generation. I'm on season 3.
Sixth.
So
Season 3.
my big complaint about season 3 is that they changed the uniforms again.
I didn't notice
So-
I didn't notice. You said it looks like that their suits are padded.
Yeah, if you look at the first season, they're wearing like it's like a full bodysuit or whatever. Like in the front, you can like see the zipper, and it like
Okay.
it fits tightly on them.
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. The last episode that you were watching, you can totally see Patrick Stewart's nips. So I was like, "Where's the padding?" You can see his nipples.
I don't know. If you do compare like the first season and the third season, they will look padded to you. Plus, also, it's all like the regular bridge crew gets the new uniforms. Everyone else who's like in the background has the old uniforms on.
But the new uniforms, they zip in the back.
Who
They
didn't
zip
choose?
in the back.
Who didn't choose yet?
I don't
So
know. I
it makes
choose
me laugh because you know all the main crew has to have someone help them get in their outfit.
Unless they're really flexible.
What do you like about the third season?
Can
yeah.
Sorry, that was me.
Can you recite the entire intro to
I
Star
cannot.
Trek?
I can only
Space.
usually say the beginning and the end. Usually, because when you know that thing where when you learn better or when you make a mistake. What?
Like,
Here's that
because you make a
thing.
mistake.
Yeah, you learn it better.
Remember more
Oh,
because
you
you're like,
remember
oh, I
better.
don't want to make that mistake again.
Yeah, because I used to always say, boldly go where no man has gone before, but I think that's the original Star Trek says it that way. Maybe, perhaps.
Okay.
But in the next generation,
one's
they
gone
say,
before?
yeah, boldly go where no one has gone before.
Because there's girls too.
I did like
Oh,
in the first season that the security officer was Officer Yar, or Lieutenant Yar.
Uh-huh.
So it was nice to have like a girl being the
Yeah.
head of security. And they do a lot of episodes where they quote unquote gender flip the society.
You're saying in the first season of
In the first 2 seasons, they do that a couple times. I think they do it more in the first season. 'Cause there's that episode
whoa,
where
what the heck? Purple
it
boost. Look at that.
right. It was Rose. It was like
Huh?
the whole episode was about a colony or like a
But they
planet
did it
where
so bad.
the women they
Badly.
say it literally like that, or
Like, oh, the women were the
are like
hunter-gatherers
the men, or
and-
whatever.
And no, they were the hunters and the men were the gatherers, and so the women are
Yeah.
more dominant in the society, and they did it
They-
so bad.
They explained that
was
their
awful.
physiology is like that too. So the females are supposed to be bigger
But then they
and
didn't.
stronger.
All
They
they
weren't.
No,
All-
they did
All
do
they
stuff
did
to
was
do
they got
that.
guys who were more petite.
Oh, okay.
Like, they didn't change the girls really, they just made the guys smaller. And I was like, what?
Ooh, that was close.
There's just so many things wrong with how they
oh my
portrayed
gosh,
it.
a
I
tree.
thought it was fine.
Oh my gosh, I
Like,
ran into so much
if-
stuff right there.
The whole point of like for example, skirts versus pants.
Mm-hmm,
My dang it!
Like, the whole point of that is that you can move more in pants.
Yeah.
That's why you're like the hunter. You gotta go move more, right?
Yeah, so you mean as opposed to a dress?
Yeah, as opposed to like a skirt or a dress.
A skirt, I would believe.
Like, especially like it's you're trying to get more movement so you can go hunt things compared to like gathering. You have to stand still and gather something.
Yeah, but I just figured if you're wearing a dress, you know, that's like totally free.
So free.
So
it's
free?
not though.
Kilt it up, dog.
You could basically wear nothing under a dress, right?
You do realize that there's a dress. Have you worn a dress?
Like, it depends. The dress, like a skirt, yes, I understand. Like, it's gonna restrict your legs, but if you're wearing a dress, like a flowing dress,
No, because
just
that
like-
gets caught on everything.
I guess so.
As someone who wears dresses and skirts, this is a thing. But the point being, like, even though they were trying to flip the whole, like, oh, the girls were the hunters and the guys were the gatherers, they still had the girls in, like, dresses and skirts. And, like, tight skirts.
was
Versus,
it?
like, the guys wearing pants.
It was a time. It was a time.
When we did watch the episode, Rose commented on how the on the men's tunics, it's a big deep V cut.
Yeah.
So she mentioned when Riker puts it on, it's like kind
Crooked.
of off. It's like crooked.
Is
And then I
It's
does it
falling
symbolize
off his
something about it?
shoulder.
no, she was just saying that they should have moved it over so it's like in the middle.
Because, like, everyone else in that scene is wearing it correctly, and it's
Yeah.
not looking like it's about to fall off their shoulders, but
I
just
see.
him.
Yeah,
just
there's like
him.
the main secretary guy, and then that's like the main like example of them wearing that clothing. But yeah,
Got it.
I thought that was kind of
Hi, I found that episode very irritating.
Okay, I have one episode that I have a problem with.
We're just gonna rag on Chuck. It's still a good show. Come on, guys.
only seen, like-
I love this show.
I mean, it's
maybe-
entertaining, but
Yeah, it's
I'm so glad
fine.
there's so many seasons of it.
oh, boom. Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I know the one you're gonna talk about. It's in the second season. There's an episode where there's some kind of disease that makes you old.
Right.
Right.
I didn't
Okay,
even
go
watch
ahead.
the whole episode. I only saw the part
Where they fix it?
figure out what is causing the disease, right?
Okay.
Oh, science, not well
So,
done. And
I'm just gonna tell you. So, spoilers for whatever this episode is. I might get a little bit of it wrong because it was like, I guess, technically.
anyway,
But let's see. So what they saw was whoever was exposed to them to I don't know who it was that they were getting exposed to,
A genetically altered generation of children.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And
So wait, did they know that at the beginning?
no,
Oh.
That they're genetically
they're
altered?
they're going to like a research facility because they ask for help,
gosh.
but they don't divulge that information to them.
Okay.
They're working on. I think it's like I forgot what they're originally working on. I feel like it's some kind of
medical
time
something?
anomalies.
Oh yeah, that's
or
right.
something like that.
Because really, all I saw where I started the episode was the doctor is the one who eventually gets sick from the Enterprise, right? That
Yeah.
she's the only one who gets this illness, and it turns you super old.
Yeah.
So the explanation for where the disease came from was that that research facility had developed these genetically engineered children who had this super immune system. And so what happened was, I guess that research facility was exposed to someone who had this kind of flu.
Yeah.
I forget. It's
Like
like
someone brought them supplies or
Enthusian flu
Yeah,
or
it was
something like
an
that.
alien flu.
So they explained that these children had such a good immune system that they had super antibodies or something, and the antibodies were not going to wait for them to get infected with this disease. The antibodies would go out and try to destroy that disease, like
Even though it was
outside
like
of
in
their
the
body
air.
or whatever. And then that the antibodies went inside of those people who were infected by the flu or whatever and genetically altered those people's genes, like all
Yeah.
of them, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was like, somehow all of the genes
Right, because the first way they think to fix it is to just send them through the teleporter, and the teleporter is supposed to filter out disease and stuff like that.
No, that's how they decided to solve it.
I know, but that's
Oh.
what they said. Like, oh, it can't do
Oh,
that.
I see,
Right?
see. So
that was their first idea.
because they thought it was like a pathogen, right?
Yeah. Something like that. Like a normal virus or pathogen.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the thing they did wasn't just that they didn't just filter out some like
They like had to
some
get your
foreign
original
thing.
DNA and have
They,
it like
like-
rewrite your DNA.
Right. They had like a print of something.
They had to get
some
her
kind of- a trace. They call it
Right.
a trace.
Yeah. But like her original trace, it had to be like, we need a copy of what you originally were like.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So the solution, I have a problem with how they explain the antibodies.
Yeah, explain antibodies for us.
What do you know about antibodies?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Assume I know nothing. I know nothing.
Okay.
I went to like
One.
of the same school
Okay.
you did.
Antibodies are part of your like adaptive immune system, meaning that you need to be exposed to something for an antibody to be created, right? So like you get a flu, or you get a whatever. You get a
Some kind of-
bacteria,
yeah.
whatever, and your body sees that as a foreign object and it creates an antibody to it. That's
Oh, I
how you.
read
That's
it.
how you. Your immune system like.
develops.
Yeah, that's how it develops. That's how like vaccines work too. It's like you get exposed from the vaccine, and then your body will produce antibodies to that.
Got it. Yes.
For the most part, that's how vaccines work.
So a purely reactive response.
Yes. So antibodies are. I mean, I guess the only one that I can think of is that if they are injecting you to already made antibodies, like if you are pregnant, right? And you have, I'm just gonna say to simplify, if you have like an incompatible blood type to the baby that you're having, right?
Mm-hmm.
That mom's body might see the baby's blood as foreign and then attack it. So they give you antibodies for that to protect from that reaction.
Right.
So that's one of the only ways I think that we do get like antibodies that you're not actually like being exposed to something. So that was my main problem was that the antibodies wouldn't do that. Like one, they wouldn't have them. So how would they go out and do anything? You wouldn't have them. And then the second thing was, no, it wouldn't alter your genetic material like that. And then if it was altering, like, I don't know. I feel like
I mean,
they would have to tell me that that specific genetic alteration did something with like your metabolism or something, like
why is it making them?
Yeah, why
old,
is it
but-
making them old? And then how did it like get into all of their cells so fast or whatever?
I don't know. The timing in the episodes of Star Trek is very tricky too because they tend to just skip around to whenever they need to skip around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because the last episode, one of the last episodes we watched, they were supposed to have a simulated battle. So they had 2 ships, and Riker commands one, and Picard commands the Enterprise. And they gave them 48 hours to prep the second ship to get ready to fight the Enterprise.
right.
And then at one point, Wesley goes, "I need to go back to the ship and get something." And they're like, "We only have 18 hours left to do this." But it had been like 5 minutes. And then he comes back to the ship after like 10 minutes where we have to get ready.
It's
It's
happening
starting
now.
So it's very hard to tell
That's
how
funny.
long things are.
Okay, that kind of makes
Doing-
sense because when the doctor gets sick, she goes back to the research center to see if they can fix it. That's when they find out about the children, and she's like, "Oh no, it's too late." And then they go do something else, and then they're back on the call with the doctor, and she's already like
Super
freaking
old.
old.
I think they do explain that the if you're closer to them or something, it happens faster. And she was literally in a shuttle by herself with one of the children, which they call them children, but that guy was like 20 years
He
old. or
totally
something.
was.
I
He
mean,
was an
I
adult.
think they were just like,
Mentally children, I think, because they're
Maybe.
they were made, I believe, altogether.
I think they're just making a distinction between them and
The different generations.
no, just like the researchers,
scientists.
and then
Yeah.
the children are the ones that they made, right?
Yeah. The other thing about I had another point about that episode.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go into my other point. My problem was how they solved it. So the ending solution was that they used the trace to filter out the bad parts. Like,
They only the
Like-
computer just like these are the original. They look like the original. We can take
yeah,
it.
it's like so which part did you filter out of her? Because
just the bad part of the
bad
DNA,
part
the
that
bad
is
part that got
infected,
altered.
you know, like you're basically turning back time then. So you guys have some kind of weird filter that filters time or whatever. But you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that they're filtering out the parts that have been genetically altered. But if the disease is working how they say, that means she's already been altered. Like
Yeah, it's degraded
it's
already,
done.
so
It
there's
should be
nothing
irreversible.
There's nothing of the original. It would have to be that it changes it back, not take it out.
Well, I mean, I think part of the idea is that the transporter or whatever is taking you apart molecule by molecule and putting you back together.
But if you think of
Right?
if you think of a degraded copy of something, it's not there anymore. You cannot take the original part away anymore.
That's why you needed the original.
But that's the original that they get is just so you know what the original looks like. When you
true?
take the second one, when you take the altered person, those things aren't there anymore to take because it is altered.
I'm not sure. I guess I don't
See,
know.
like,
I don't know how the
science
technology
of
of
it,
the. I don't know how
Right?
the
Like, if the teleporter
teleporter
is
works.
literally just taking them apart molecule by molecule and being like, if I have enough of the actual carbon, then I can make it whoever I need it to be, kind of thing. Then it could work.
Maybe my point
Okay,
is that
that
if-
that does kind of make sense to me. That sounds okay.
You know? But if it's like, I need a copy of this person and I'm just like rearranging their DNA, then that's different.
But mine is that say you had a carbon, but the alteration made it not carbon anymore.
Okay.
Like say, because they're not
See, that's the
explaining they're not
question.
explaining
Yeah.
how the alteration works. But
Exactly.
say you had a carbon and like the disease took something away from carbon, so it is not carbon anymore. You
Right.
cannot get carbon anymore because it is not
Right.
there.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So yeah, 100% depends on what the disease actually did. I
It's
think
just
I
not
need a
specific
break
enough to
of-
tell you that.
of racing because I'm getting a little motion sick for some reason.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna say
I
that
can stand
if
and talk. But
That's
I'm
fi- yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
race.
I'm not sure about that. That if you changed carbon into something else, right? If you're
Mm-hmm.
saying you're changing carbon into something, meaning you took away some kind of atom, right?
Yeah.
You took away like a proton or neutron or whatever, meaning it's a different element or it's some kind of what's the word, isotope of that element.
Yeah.
Then if I don't know how the teleporter works or whatever, but if it's basically breaking everything into all atomic particles, then it would still hold, right? You could just change it back into carbon. I think.
I'm just saying if it were,
We're not
if it worked,
scientists.
I really don't know how.
if
they
it worked
say
that way,
this.
because I don't know. I always think of things in more basic terms. So if you had a piece of paper,
Right.
Right.
Right. Okay.
and the alteration was I
tore
tore,
it in half.
I tore a piece off, and now it's gone. If you take what's left and you sent it through the teleporter to get back what was original, you cannot,
Right.
because it is
that
not
true?
there. I mean, because
if it's not
if
there,
it's not there,
if
if
it's
the
not there.
teleporter takes whatever is there,
Yeah. Right,
right,
separates
right.
them,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
puts it back together.
Okay.
That's the general idea, I think. But see,
Right.
if you've taken something away from it, you cannot get whatever
yeah.
is original back because it's not there to get.
Right.
So, I'm right, you're wrong.
But
Move on.
that doesn't really have anything to do with
Yeah,
this
it had
problem.
nothing to do with my thing.
What problem?
With the scenario, that didn't have anything to do with the scenario because she is all there.
They didn't
So,
take anything away.
Yeah, they didn't take anything out of her. My
just
problem was
said
that
the
when they
genes got
when they
moved around or
when they
whatever.
explain it in the episode, they don't talk about the teleporter or the
Yeah.
they don't talk about that technology. They just say
Right.
we have the trace and we're filtering it. We're
Yeah, that's
filtering
true.
the transport or whatever.
Well, yes.
But so what it sounds like is that they have the trace which says what she was when she was young, right?
Right.
And then they basically just said we're filtering out all of the things that's not.
Right.
So what I would think, because I don't know what the teleporter does, is that it would take anything that's young and leave whatever's old. And so it would basically just leave her.
because she's old already.
Yeah, because obviously if she already changed that much, all of her cells have been already altered or whatever.
Right.
But see, that's
All of her
almost
cells are
that's
now
almost the
old.
same thing. It's altered, so you cannot get the original back.
I get what you're saying, but the way that Rose put it is that it doesn't matter what it is. It just matters that it's all composed of like
The same
stuff,
thing.
right?
So the way I was thinking of it was
I
that
get it.
Okay.
That if you have all of everything can be broken down to the same things, you can turn it into whatever you
yeah,
want.
yeah.
right.
I
So
get that.
my thing was just what's the blueprint of what am I putting it back together as? The trace would be the original blueprint, so I'm gonna put it back together like the original blueprint
Right.
versus what it is currently, which is the new blueprint.
Right,
that
right,
I'm
right,
just reassembling it as.
So my question is, if you had a blueprint for whatever you want, you could just take whatever you had on the other end and turn it into whatever you want.
I'd
So you can do
assume
like
so.
alchemy or whatever.
I'd assume so, but then you'll have things left behind on the other
that's
side
how
too,
the
right?
food synthesizer works.
It is. The food slots?
That's how they
Yeah,
make
so that's how
food.
the
Yeah.
transporter works. Is that
I
that's my
guess
question
so.
now? Is does a transporter, like if I was like,
Isn't
there's
it?
100 people on the other side of this transporter, now turn them all into like a building. Can you do that?
If all the
Maybe, I
basic
guess.
materials are there,
goopy
alchemy
building.
style.
beam me down the building.
Anyway, that was my rant about Star Trek. I'm sorry, it really triggered me. Like, and then I
That
was
was
like,
a good one.
do people really know like the basics of like immunology?
No, I only know from Magic School Bus. The
And the little
antibodies are
different
the
cells at
Y-shaped
work.
ones, right?
That's true.
They're
That
the
is very
Y-shaped
good, the
one.
Y-shaped one.
And they throw it at whatever's bad, and then the white blobby thing eats it.
Yes, so my point is that antibodies are adaptive. You need to be exposed to something to create your antibodies.
Oh, I remember what my point. My point was what. So, the problem in the episode is that their immune system is doing that thing, but the thing they created was telepathic humans.
Yeah.
It's like they're
Either.
evolved. They have telepathy.
And super antibodies.
And
so
super
those are-
antibodies.
I was just like, it had, that part like had nothing to do with it after that.
Okay.
Except that when he talked to the doctor, he used his mind.
All right, we all talked about one show. And I think we're stopping racing.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why.
No,
I'm
that's
just
That's good.
suddenly
It's
very, like,
it's
motion
just
sick by it.
about an hour, so we can just leave it on this screen. And what else? Does
Super
anybody
weird. I,
have
like,
another
never
show to
get
talk about
motion
before
sick by
we
this.
just say some stuff?
Everybody
Good luck with
just-
that.
Everybody just say shows randomly, and then we'll stop on one that sounds interesting.
Okay.
Dad of Light.
Dad of Light.
Dad of Light, because we play Final Fantasy 14.
And that is about Final Fantasy 14.
Indeed.
Yeah, essentially. Disenchanted has its 4th season out now.
Oh, really?
I haven't watched it yet.
I've only gotten up to the middle of season 2.
I haven't
Really?
watched much of it either, but I do
Yeah.
love this quote.
Yes, remember how I put you to sleep? Shh, shut up.
You know what? I used to do that to Rose's brother's son. When we used to babysit him when he was a really tiny baby, I would just do that to put him to sleep.
After we watch the show.
Shh. You just stroke his forehead and do that.
And then every once in a while he'd do it to me and I'd be like, what are you doing?
Okay, Burnt. Go.
What?
Go. A
Names
show.
and shows.
Another show?
Any show or movie.
Um,
Let's watch Aliens.
Aliens. That's the aliens joke from the Aliens episodes.
So
I
that
still need to
means-
watch Alien
I was
Covenant.
gonna say that means you have to watch.
I have to watch Alien Covenant. Another show.
I just started watching. I started watching Doro Hidoro.
I don't know what that is.
It's an anime on Netflix, and it's about a guy. So the world is magical, and so there are sorcerers in the world. And a sorcerer turned this guy. Apparently, I've only seen like 3 episodes, but apparently this guy got changed by a sorcerer into his head changed into a lizard.
Okay.
And he's just trying to find out who did it.
Wait, he's a lizard man, essentially.
Basically, the main character is a man with a lizard's head.
Okay,
Like
just
a Godzilla
it
kinda-
could have
Scary.
been like this man, his head turned into a lizard and
Sorry,
it like
sorry.
skittered away.
No, yeah, just the head is a lizard head.
A
and
lizard
His
head.
name is Cayman, I think.
That's
so
funny.
Are you sure it's
I
not
think an
stabby?
alien. It's not stabby.
Just kidding.
It's a pretty gory show. There's
Centaurworld
lots of
joke.
blood. I think it's from Mappa Studio, or they do the bulk of the animation, maybe. I don't know.
Usually, gore in at least action movies or shows doesn't really bother me. But I did before the year ended. I watched The Boys.
Okay,
I think we might have talked about that before, but I watched The Boys, and I did make myself go and watch all of it. But
But you
after
didn't
the
want
first
to.
season, yeah, it was just too gory, and I don't really like the idea when they mix gore and sex together.
Ugh.
That just really bothers me, and a lot
Then don't watch.
Exactly.
I was gonna say don't watch Hostel.
of Gosh, Hostel. Okay, that's an old. Yeah, actually, around that time period, I don't know, like in the 90s, right? They had the Saw movies.
Yeah,
I used to watch horror movies all the time.
I would say the
But
same.
after the 3rd Saw movie, I kind of got out of it. I couldn't watch it anymore. It was just too gory. The one I always remember is in Saw 2,
And they throw her
in the pit
of needles.
Needles.
Yeah.
Gross.
It was like needles, and they all had their like glass.
I don't like horror
Things.
movies. I don't like.
Ooh, and the
Don't
one
like
in
it.
this, I think
Don't
it's
like
the
it.
same one where you have to reach in a box, and the box lets your hand in, right?
Oh,
And
but you can't take it
you
out.
can't take it out because the edges of what you
No,
pushed
no,
your hand
no,
through
no,
were
no,
blades.
No. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear
Okay,
it.
that was all.
I don't
that's
want to
fine.
hear it.
Okay. I said one. Now, Burnt, you say one because we skipped you.
I was trying. I talked about The Boys there.
Oh, okay. The Boys. Rose.
What? Are you talking to me? I have my ears plugged.
Yes.
Sorry.
You can
I'm already feeling slightly nauseous from the motion sickness, and then we're talking about like gross, violent stuff. I don't
you
enjoy.
can tell the friends to
She's
pick,
gonna puke.
pick a nice show.
Sorry.
Talk about Frasier.
Let's not talk about Frasier.
Frasier's the show that made me realize that all sitcoms are just about very rude and mean people. That those are the main characters.
Frasier's the
That's
main-
just like
he's the worst character in the show.
it's like pick
Don't
pick
come
a
at me.
person and then just extend their flaws out.
I didn't.
That's how they are.
I didn't know what sitcom meant for a long time.
Situational comedy.
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't know
I
if
thought
that's
it
what
just meant that you sit down and you watch a comedy. I guess we're done. we just be done.
Sorry.
I guess so.
I know I did have 3 shows to talk about. I can't remember what the last one was.
Was it an anime?
Probably not.
Was it a movie?
could be. I mean, like, the only movie that's coming to mind is The Matrix. I watched The
we'll talk
Matrix.
about that
That
later.
was fine too.
Also watch Demon Slayer. Great.
Demon Slayer was good.
They've released
And,
the new season, or they're releasing the new season right
Yeah.
now. It's the Entertainment District.
Oh.
Big spoilers right here. We're gonna end with a big spoiler. 3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh.
The entire district is exploded. All right. See you guys later.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Sorry it ended kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.